Hello and welcome to this week's edition of the Horror Debate. I'm Michael Manny, and with me as always, Rowdy Jeff.
Oh yeah, baby, and this week we're going to a hotel, the No-Tell Motel Hotel. We're talking about
Not
the
Motel Hell.
Innkeepers, baby.
Yeah, the Innkeepers, not Motel
Now,
Hell.
what a great cover this had, man. I saw this. I think I saw it on Amazon first, the cover, and I said, wow, I have to see that. Because it looked haunting and menacing and cold and dark and dank, and I'm not sure this film actually lived up to the cover.
Well, the thing is, I remember when this was going into pre-production and post-production, because I check out all the horror movie websites and things like that, and we were just really getting off on House of the Devil.
Yeah.
House
of the Devil!
Ty West directed this movie. He also directed House of the Devil, and he also directed Cabin Fever 2, and so I just kept hearing a lot of good things about this movie, and so I was really looking forward to it.
Well,
and
and so was
finally got
I.
it.
And so was I. I was looking forward to it so much, I clicked that little pre-order button on Amazon. I said, I want to see this, man, and I'm not going to wait for Netflix. I want to see this now. Showed up, ripped the case open, popped it in, and sat stunned. Not that it was a bad film, but because of the pacing. It was so deliberate.
Yeah.
The first thing I noticed right off the bat was the little blonde chick who came out of
Sarah?
Piranha.
No. Shark Night.
Shark Night, that's right, Shark Night.
Sarah
You're absolutely
Paxton.
right. Yes. Is she kin to Bill Paxton?
I don't think so.
No, okay. But the first thing I noticed, I said, oh, okay, so she was pretty good in that, you know. Shark Night was a lighthearted, kind of just dumb, techie kind of CGI romp, you know. And it was enjoyable. I didn't mind it that much. And so I said, okay, this is going to be pretty happening. Well, unfortunately, the pacing was so freaking slow that it kind of lost me in the middle. I watched it for about 45 minutes at first. And I was like, man, something's got to give here, you know?
Something's got to happen.
Something's got to happen. And the desk clerk guy, he was kind of cool, you know.
Pat Healy.
Yeah, Pat Healy. So you know, he's up there doing his whole ghost story thing on his in paranormal stuff on his laptop, you know, which I thought was kind of cool.
The plot of the film.
Well, you know, you got this, like I said, you got the Motel No-Tell Hotel.
That's going to be closed down.
That's going to be closed down.
Last weekend open.
Yeah. And guess who shows up?
Kelly McGillis.
Kelly McGillis, who is supposed. And
Tom
by the way,
Cruise is the hot chick from Top Gun.
I would have never, ever guessed if I didn't know that she was in this film.
Oh,
I
man.
would have never guessed that was Kelly McGillis.
I know. Wow.
I was like, what?
I would like to say growing old sucks. and it's just, wow.
What a difference.
Well, I'm glad she's got a paycheck, and I'm glad she's still acting.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I saw her in something else just recently too, and I don't remember what it was, but I just watched her in something, Mikey.
Yeah?
Yeah, you know, she's popping up everywhere. I'm not. I don't know what to tell you. We're looking it up right now. Just give us a minute here. We're on IMDb right now.
Well, it depends. What have you been watching? The L Word?
No, what was it? Hang on.
What could have been?
Steakland.
Steakland.
And I wish it was spelled Steak because I would have been even more into the movie. But we have to debate Steakland. Okay, Steakland
It's not about barbecues.
Let me tell you something about Steakland, okay? And I'm not going to turn this into a Steakland debate, but let me tell you something about that. If you don't like Steakland, you are not a fan of the horror genre.
Or steaks.
I'm a big fan of both, by the way.
I know.
But I can tell you right now, that movie clicked with me from minute one all the way through a wonderful film. And you know who's in that movie?
Who's in that movie?
Danielle Harris.
Ah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was really digging that. But anyway, we're moving on. We're talking about the Innkeepers. So basically what we're doing is we're following Sarah Paxton and this other guy who's running this hotel. It's the last weekend
Pat
open,
Healy, nerd.
as Mikey said here. And basically what's going on is, Kelly McGillis shows up, like I say, in the hotel, and you've got kind of a haunting thing going on here, right?
Well, yeah, they're trying to do what they see on all those ghost hunter shows,
Yeah.
you know, with the the
EVPs
little
and,
microphones
Yeah.
and the black light cameras and things like that.
Right.
Because something bad happened in that hotel a long time ago.
Right. And it's a very simple plot. It's an extremely simple movie. I mean, all the way through it, basically until like right near the end, everything is really easy to follow and laid out, you know.
Here's the thing. We just saw a movie that was really, really slow and really, really boring, and we didn't give a frog's fat butt about any of the characters.
But this movie you did.
This movie did you. That's
Yes.
what I'm saying.
Yes.
So that's why when we say it's slow, but it's deliberately slow, but it's not boring.
Yeah, you have to
it's
give it
slow.
You have to give it to the actors in this one because as slow and as plotting as it was, they kept your attention with their
they
performances.
gotta carry this movie.
Yeah.
And really, it's a heavy movie to carry.
Yeah.
For two young people.
Slow. I mean, I can't say it enough how slow this thing is. I mean, I kept checking the watch. You know, I'm like, when is something going to happen? But it does, eventually, sort of. And you know, we're not going to give it away. But hey, it's not terrible. I mean, it's not nearly as bad as what the movie we were just watching.
But you know, it's also similar to House of the Devil. Half the movie is the lady walking around the house, exploring the house. That's a good comparison because, okay, the movie The Shining.
Yep.
The hotel was a character.
Oh, absolutely.
This movie, the hotel, was a character.
Yep.
I mean, and in the House of the Devil, the house was
House of the Devil, man. What a that movie I still remember so vividly because when I watched it, I knew I was going to be watching something a little bit different
and slow.
But man, towards the end, did that thing ramp up or what?
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
and then again on this one,
same thing. Yeah. Very comparable in that sense. This is not a bad film at all.
This is not the movie to watch with your buddies when
no,
you're getting drunk on
no,
Friday
you're not
night.
gonna laugh. You're not gonna party. You're not. There's one laugh in this that I got a kick out of, and that was the game they were playing at the counter when one would rush back to the counter real quick. Yeah, and it hit the bell. I thought that was great. You know, but beyond that, I mean, like I say, it's gonna be plotting. But I think honestly, this one, I think it's worth your time. I think if you're a fan of ghost stories and a little bit of the Ghost Hunters vibe, this one's not too bad. I would actually dig into this.
Yep, I really enjoyed this film. It kept me going, kept me interested.
Yeah.
I wasn't looking at the clock, but I was going, you know, is something gonna happen soon? And
Right.
so but I liked it. I liked the vibe. I wish the pace would have been a little.
This is a
bit
good
quicker.
movie to watch on a cold, rainy night.
Yeah, by yourself with all the lights out.
Yeah.
I like this movie. 3 stars.
3 stars. You know, that's a tough one for me. I don't think it's 3 stars. I think it's 2 stars for me. Just because of like I said, I was sitting there kind of looking at the watch. Okay, but I do have to give it props for its storytelling. The characterization was good. The like you said, the hotel is a character.
And there's a history with it.
But I have given other films, better films, 3 stars than this film. So I'm going with 2 on this one. But I still say it's probably worth your time. Pop it in, give it a view. Rent it, don't buy it. But check it out.
It was available at Redbox for a while.
Yeah, well, you know,
it's definitely worth the $1.06.
You know me, Mikey. I get on Amazon. I'm looking at all the new releases, and I'm going, man, that looks really hot. And the thing is that the covers really talk to me. They speak to me. You know, if this one I thought was going to be a real scare fest by the cover, and we didn't live up to that. I get burned occasionally, but sometimes I come out with some really good gems, you know, and it wasn't very expensive. It was like $11 or something, you know, on Blu-ray. So hey, man, you know, I'm not sweating it.
Cool. All right, I'm Michael Mandy. He's Rowdy Jeff. We'll talk to you next week at the Horror Debate.